to either or improve the space ballet maneuvers that we're creating for our ships. Let's move this to a second screen. There we go. Gonna make a post that I'm gonna start streaming. Alright, and clicking post. Sharing this, okay. Bloop, bloop. Alright, so what's next? Muting this. Alright. What we have to do is this. I think I'm gonna wrap up the super weapons first, because that shouldn't be super difficult. Okay, so let's find the unmaker. Here we have the weapon. We have a projectile somewhere as well, so let's find that one first. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna make the center shrink right before it stops. There we go. This is the projectile. These are the corona plates. Yep. And what I want to do is, the moment it's done exploding, I want this to play like this and then disappear. And at the same time, I want the actual center object to shrink rapidly. So let's see what the code here is. This breaks at the moment it starts firing. Okay, so set the firing direction, that works. Move projectile works. Deal damage every second works. Check the hit target works. Check for hit target, local skill. Yeah, okay. So this is the max skill. This will probably break off right away unless I play that sound via an external script. About your imperfections. Alright, so this is the rapid expander. The question is, are we going to create an entirely new... are we going to instantiate an entirely new object when this one gets destroyed or not? Probably shouldn't eat too much performance. No, we're gonna keep the same effect because we're gonna just start shrinking it. But we are going to duplicate all of these Corona plates so that we can scale that one up. Actually, we can even keep them and we can just disable this mesh. No, because if we do that, then we miss the effects around it, so let's not do that. Hello, Waste Mindu. So we're just going to make 2 children. Glare shield, that one's here. This is what rotates this effect. Sound effect 1, sound effect 2. Maybe all of these should be a child of this one, and I can just duplicate this one. This is the effect that we're going for. Or go up and then shrink again. Not quite sure yet. Whichever looks best. The game's already ready to play, man. It's on Steam and everything. Here's a link. Yeah, I really want it now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm gonna stop the music, otherwise I can't concentrate. Oh no, man, it has been out for ages, but I'm still improving it, and I'm waiting some news from publishers, etc, etc, so I think mostly the release is formality at this point, but there's always things that can be improved, of course. Alright, so this is 2020, this goes to kill. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just going to disable the mesh, that makes most sense, and then I'm going to enable this and scale this up. So I'm gonna put this here, I think. I'm gonna call this the expander. And here we're going to set a mesh reference so that we can disable that. Public game mesh. Some mesh. Where's that mesh reference? It should show up here. Sun mesh, there we go. And this is the actual mesh. Yep. Okay, so now we have this mesh selected that we want to disable. Set fire direction, move projectile, rapidly expand upon impact. That should not change. But instead of destroying it here, yeah, instead of destroying it, we're gonna go mesh.enable. How do I disable meshes? I usually don't actually I usually don't mess with meshes that much. Oh. I usually use the entire prefab. Set active, active, enabled, show, no. Alright, so let's just ask ChatGPT. It's great for things like this. How do I disable mesh in Unity via code? Amazing speed. Wow, it really doesn't like generating stuff right now. It's taking quite some time. Maybe a lot of people are asking questions. Yeah, I think so too, but I was answering some questions on Discord on the second screen anyway. So I figured let's just have ChatGPT write it for me. Wow. Get components. Okay, I don't understand why it's being so difficult. Is there a difference between those? Looks like there is. Oh, I didn't even set the reference the first time. So apparently this just doesn't work. Which is fine, we don't need it. Alright, so now when it reaches max scale, it disables the mesh renderer. But will we still expand the scale? I think so. We just have to remove the destroy and or do that later. Deal damage every second, yep. This just makes sure it gets destroyed eventually. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. Rapidly expand upon impact. Okay, that hits the target, then it rapidly expands. Yes. I do wonder if it keeps moving when this is the case. Probably should set the speed to 0 as well as soon as it hits the target, because that hasn't happened yet. Where are we using this for? Has collided. Target direction. Ah, now we actually stop moving it that way, so we don't need that. So what happens now is the center, the sun itself, gets disabled, but the rest keeps scaling up. Yep, alright. And I think we just need to set a coroutine then. Something like enumerator. I think it was something like this. Destroy game object with delay. Something along those lines. I never use coroutines, so. Was I close? Pretty close. I forgot the yield return. Alright. So 5 seconds later, it actually destroys the game object. Do we want to either shrink this or play a warp effect? It might trigger this multiple times actually. Unless I just write it dirtily like this. Okay. I'm forgetting something. You can tell I'm a little bit sick. The brain is slow today. Should this now? Oh yeah, I was gonna play the warp effect. Warp. Find the entire solution. Effect. Yeah, there we go. This way we'll at least have some effect when this actually dies. I'm not sure if all of this works over multiplayer, but we can check that in a second as well. Just gotta make sure it looks good in single player first. utility, create the onmaker. Can we move this? Yep, let's move it to 400. That way we don't have to wait so long for the travel time. This button should also be disabled actually. Okay, fire. Now it starts expanding. Yep. Yep. It's still damaging it. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Oh, interesting. Okay, so maybe do this for 15 seconds. Ah, and it crashes. In the meantime, I can try to find the position where I hide the icon. Remove this, remove this. I'm done with this. This is the tutorial stuff I worked on yesterday. Yeah, it only expands when it hits something. It needs to damage multiple things. That's why it increases in size so quickly. We want it to be like a base killer or a defense killer, you know. Someone has an outpost somewhere. I want one of those hits to kill most of the outpost. If buildings have enough health, it doesn't kill them anyway, but... Okay, attempt 2. See, the building isn't super big, and the projectile's equally big, and it is a super weapon, so... I'm gonna move this to 0, I'm gonna move this to 400. Here we are. I thought I already fixed this tooltip, but apparently I didn't. Anyway, let's fire it. It's already smaller than it was. Okay, it's getting bigger, it's getting bigger. Is that it? Yeah, something like that exactly. I don't know where all these extra effects are coming from. Probably because this doesn't get called correctly. And it just... We can double check it. Oh, it does only get called once. So that is working as intended, but for some reason... disabling the mesh creates huge visual artifacts. I'm gonna set this to 10 seconds. It's still gonna damage every tick, so maybe reduce the damage. Damage radius while moving, damage radius when arrived. Segments, speed, max skill. Where is the damage? On break. Rapidly expand. Move projectile, set fire direction, deal damage. Damage radius while moving. Ah, okay. So we can probably have this. Oops. Yeah, it hits a shipyard in, or it kills a shipyard in one hit, or barely, or, you know, pretty close at least. It uses the same effect, so it damages shields first, I think. Just changing health. Or it might affect... No, I think it affects the... Yeah, it affects just the health. It bypasses shields. But you can increase the health normally. 400. Launch. Unlock medium frames. I'm gonna pause this for a second. Unlock medium frames. Super weapon button. Yeah. Huh. Over tooltip, super weapon. I think I just need to update the button. I'll leave the health bars on. This is super bright. I agree with that. Maybe we can fire another one. Yep, and now I'm gonna turn on the shield for it. Corona plate. There we have the eye. Ah, it has two of those corona plate things. That already explains a bit. Okay, the eye shield is now on. So it might be less bright now. And now it doesn't scale up, that's nice. No, you cannot shoot the other super weapon. It doesn't work like that. Also, aiming that would just not work. A long story short. Medium button. Okay, so this is why the tooltip was incorrect. Tooltip should now be fixed. And here we are going to disable this. Let's try again. If it doesn't crash. Okay. Try again. Create the unmaker. Okay, the tooltip is now fixed. That's good. I'm gonna set these to 400. You can launch before it's done. Well, here we can look at the shields. No, it doesn't damage the shields. Okay. I think I might lower the damage even further. Should I lower the damage? Or actually increase it, but increase the skill twice as fast. How will that look? Move projectile, rapidly expand. This is just for the sound. Expansion speed. Okay, we're gonna increase this to 50 and see what that looks like. Maybe we should make it so that the super weapon, well, the super weapon is charging, slowly increase its skill within the building. Based cooldown. No, it can't. It just always hits. The only defense you have against it is destroying the building or increasing your health. Or the health of the buildings in its path. Like even a refinery can withstand it if you boost its health, you know. Super ship will survive it as well. What else do we have to do for it? Yeah, this we already fixed. We don't have the build effect yet. Make sure the icon doesn't show up until it's fully built. Make sure that the icon shows a cooldown. But it's not yet fired yet. Make sure it can't fire until cooldown is 0. Okay, let's see. Ah, it's probably the warp effect that we're spawning in the middle that's causing that weird visual issue. So we can disable that as well. Yeah, okay, it's the game start warp explosion effect, so yeah, of course that's going to be way too bright. But we have another effect, right? Global variables. Dot global cooler. Dot warp hype state flash exit. Yep. Okay. this. Gonna fire. I actually like that start effect, but we're gonna try it without it as well. So we're gonna go back here, we're going to save. And play. What's that quote from again? Ah, from Terminator. It's from Terminator 2, I think. Wonder what happens if I aim it at this refinery. Will it actually damage this? Probably. Probably by vicinity. Oh, okay. I guess I can still click the shipyard. Ooh, 200 health. So close. Yeah, I'm not sure which of those two effects I like more. Can I make an override for this? That the effect is at least smaller. Transform position, spawn position, instantiate. Okay. Actually, this doesn't matter for now. Just gonna increase the flash size by a bunch to make the sun disappear properly. Okay, so now we have the exit effect. GitHub. Sun now has an effect. We need to fix the initial skill as well. Min radius is scaling. We can inspect the building for this. Okay, and here we have custom script somewhere for the actual firing. That's the projectile script. actually spawn this is the question. Ah, there we go. Here we are. So maybe the skill is 20, 20, 20. Ah, maybe it's the child object. Maybe it just needs to be this size. This probably fixes that. Now the projectile should be the same size as the weapon that fires it, but let's test it anyway. No blocking vision, because that would be basically the same as Fog of War. And if we want to introduce that, then we have to write new systems for everything. Like, we would have to make custom scripts for all the weapons to make sure that they cannot target something that's not visible. Or make the target or weapon still fire at invisible units, which is just confusing to the player. So there's a whole bunch of things that's a whole bunch of reasons why that's probably not smart. It would add at least 100 hours extra work to our workload. Hey, why can't it fire? Ah, okay, now the size is correct. Loop, it's hitting, it's expanding, damaging. Perfect. Way too bright though. Okay. Tweaked weapon fire start size. Now let's start working on the actual cooldown of it, so that we can scale those things as well. Yeah, this build effect to the unmaker, that should then be later. Can't fire until this is all part of the same subject. Can we make it so that the dissolve effect applies to the rings and structure while building? Yeah, that's the same as this one. How to test, that's not necessary. I just did this already. Fix launcher not scaling up after build, that's part of the other things I think. Glare shields, maybe. Double lightning effect speed. That's easy to do, so let's do that one quickly. Do we even have that light? Ah, it's on the object itself, I think. Let's see. Audio source. No, 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 not here. Not here. Also not here. Do we have it on the structure? Yes. We have lightning and lightning. And we're gonna set the speed to 2. Or 5. Or 10. Maybe this lightning should only be on when it's actually done scaling up. I think that's very little gain for a lot of potential new issues, so I'm gonna go with nope. Okay, we're gonna start off with this size and then we're gonna increase to this size. So we're starting with 0, 0, 0 and we're going up to 20, 20, 20. We're gonna make a separate script for this, or we can use this one. Yeah, choices have to be made, man. We can't do everything. Okay, so maybe there's already a cooldown. We can test that in a second. I gotta read the message first. Okay. We're gonna test the cooldown now and see if that works as intended. Click, 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 click. And oh, interesting. That's funny. Oh, what's this? Ah, it was actually constructing that one. So we need to set the reference for this effect, probably. Anyway. Okay, so this starts off with ready for launch. Probably because it takes 15 seconds to create it in the first place. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, the button is gone, that's good. Gonna create this. Ah, okay, see, it does have a cooldown. But it goes down rather quickly. So there's something wrong there. Cooldown goes down way too quickly. And also, let's set these lightning references and let's just use this for this. So, public in-game object lightning effect for when cooldown is done. Public in-game object sun projectile. Maybe. that might be more balanced or give the player more time to react. But the cooldown is also already 300 seconds or something, so it should be enough time to pump out a bunch of units and try to destroy it. Okay, so we have this lightning effect, and here we have the sun projectile. It's weird that I don't actually see the projectile right now. Why is that? Oh, maybe because it was just too small? No. Okay. Oh, oops. This is just a corona plate. This is the sun itself. Okay then. Ah. No, it's a shared cooldown anyway, so I think you can only make one in any case. If you have an active maker and hide button. There we go. And there we go, times 2. So the building effect. We have something for that here. Cloaking. Cloaking, that's old. Yeah, this is it. I think we just need to put this mesh in here. I'm not quite sure, so... Let's inspect another building for this. Let's get the refinery. No, this doesn't have a list. Building upgrades, no. Ah. Fast solve cutoff controller, yeah. the super weapon. Yeah, this one doesn't have that advanced dissolve cutout controller. Advanced. Let's just copy it from the shield generator. This also doesn't have it. This does actually have this thing. Oh, this one also has it, it seems. Maybe it's just too small. Maybe that's the issue. And maybe instead of sphere, we want a capsule? Cube? Sphere. Alright, let's just try it out. Alright man, good luck. I hope you find the solution to all the printer issues you might find. Ah, yeah, the size was incorrect. Nice. That actually looked quite nice. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I do wonder what that thing in the middle is though. Right. We have the cooldown somewhere. Knowing me, I called it super weapon cooldown. Okay, that's the cooldown display. Which is just as good as long. There we go. Ah, so it has a global launch cooldown. So upon start, it sets this to 15 seconds. The only issue is that this is attached to each of the super weapons. So if you have 2 super weapons or 3, then the cooldown goes twice as fast. We don't want that. So we need to move this someplace else. And I'm hesitant to do that there. Maybe we can add it to the player shipyard. Because there's only one of them at all times. Or just create a global variable, which we already have actually. Ah, yeah. This just needs to move elsewhere. And we're gonna move that here. Because where are we using this? I'm gonna press the space bar so that the reference is remembered. Yeah, and this is in the update. Alright, this is fine. So we're gonna put it right here. Yeah, right here. And we'll super weapon cooldown. Okay, so the cooldown should now be correct. And here we can also do the check. And global rare super cooldown smaller or equal to 0. And if it is, then we're gonna set it back to 300. Okay. Then we have this one, and we're gonna make a new function, public void, no, private void skill sum inside prefab, bloop. Let's try to do it with my own brain first before relying on ChatGPT. So what we want to do is we have this cooldown, which goes up to 300. Then we want to divide this by 300, which we actually want to make a custom value. So we have this cooldown. Yep, and here we have sun super weapon launch cooldown. I want to make this a constant. Alright, fine. Then let's not make it a constant. Let's call it the reset value. So here we're gonna divide it by the reset value. Here we're gonna set this to this value as well. We don't need this here. Okay, so we have the super weapon launch cooldown, which is part of the reset value. Yes. So let's say the current cooldown is 300, and this is also 300. Then it returns 1, which is the maximum scale, which we need to duplicate by 20 because that's the actual local scale of this thing. Yeah. So we're gonna set this transform local scale to new vector 3 float sum scale equals this. I'm just gonna write it like this because it's more readable. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So what happens now is the launcher will scale based on the cooldown. So this starts at pretty much 0. Well, doesn't really start at 0 currently because in the editor I'm using this value. But instead, let's just set it to 200 so that we can slowly see the skill go up. Yep. Normally it would start at 0. Actually, wait. This is 3. It starts at 300 and it goes down. So we need to actually invert this. No, then it's at minus 300. That also doesn't make sense. If we do this like this, then it's minus 300. Then we do that plus this value. Okay, so let's say it just spawned. Then the cooldown is 300 times minus 1 is minus 300 plus this equals 0. Then as the cooldown goes down, for instance 200, then it goes minus 200 plus this original 300 means 100. So this should set the skill properly. But we can test that right now. Build this. Nope, not that. Build. Oh, this. Okay. It's a little bit strange that it's starting at this size. It's stuck at 200 for some reason. Why 200? And why isn't it updating? Interesting. I set that 200 here, so that's actually correct. Normally it would start at 300. So let's use 300 instead and see if it actually becomes very small. Or invisible. It should be invisible. However, this should work if it's bigger than 0. Reduce it. Yeah, so why isn't this being called? Handle Superweapon launch. Is there like a prerequisite before this can actually? No. It should update. Interesting. Maybe there's something happening here that is not being called, so... okay, we weren't initializing the target. Okay, this is the reason. If we are not currently setting a super weapon target, then return. This should now be fixed. But the editor loves to crash, so let's reboot it first. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And now we wait.jpg. Maybe in the meantime I can make like a quick video. Recordings, desktop, play this. Oops. Play this. Nope, not that one, this one. Yeah. Okay, let's use that. Upload. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. Let's press play. Share a screenshot of this in the devlog. The sun unmaker projectile now starts small and increases as pull down increases. Tweaked unmaker effect. Alright, I have to make a quick phone call, but I'll keep this running until then. Let's first upgrade the shipyard so that we can actually stay safe while that happens. Alright. Some extra shields. More shields. More shields. Some repair stations. I'm rich anyway because this is the editor. There we go. And enter cinematic mode. I'll be right back. Hello, Ayumster. I'll be back soon. Alright, I have fully returned. Looks like there's a bug with the movement. But that's okay, we're not gonna look at that right now. What we are gonna look at is unmaximize this. Move this super weapon here. Move my camera here. Fire and let's see if we can crop this. Okay. What else are we gonna check? Cooldown goes down way too quickly. This is fixed. Hide the button in the build menu. Ah, okay, that's that, okay. We have this done. This is what we're gonna do next. This is done. This is done. This is not done yet. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So we have a bunch of things done already. Let's do the lightning thing. Scale. Enable lightning when cooldown is low enough. Well, set active. True. But we only want this if cooldown is smaller than, let's say, 10. Ah, I have a phone call. Be right back. Alright, I'm fully back. That was my lovely mother. She just moved, so I had to congratulate her, and when I first called her she was busy. But now she called me back, so I had to take that really quickly. Right, what we were working on is... this menu should not show the unmaker. It should not show this icon until it's done making, creating, developing, however you want to call it. So the reference for that is probably here and here. Launch Superweapon. That's this button. Okay, I'm gonna pause this, hide this. Yeah, it's gonna show up right away again because it's controlled by a script. But it is this one. Let's find them all. How often does it check this? 2 references. Maybe we should do this a little bit differently and only add this to the list when it's actually done. So here we have this script. And here we want to change this, only add this when done building. Wrap. Click, 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 click. Pause. We have these 2. One of these is the actual one that stays. The question is it gonna be the clone? Ah, okay, so we have the original game object, which is the clone. And the dummy game object just has the word copy in it. So technically, we could do this. Public bool did skill check equals false. We're gonna make this private. Private void do skill check. Now we're gonna move this in here, and we're gonna put this in here. And if it's a skill check, return. If transform dot local skill dot x yeah. All right. One o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock. Okay. So let's see. Placing this. It doesn't show up, which is great. Okay, so this now works, but the lightning effect showed up way too quickly. Oh no, it didn't. That's correct. All right. So we need to add this to this check. Do a skill check, no. Skill sound, no. Enable lightning, yep. This. Gotta make sure that exists. Yeah, this now works. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. If you have an active on maker, then hide the button. Yeah. Glare shield we're not gonna implement. Air raid siren we're not. We might do this. This we can easily check, so let's do that. this check, hopefully Algor can look at that. It's always good to have a second pair of eyes and things like that. There we go. Build, build, build. Is it still increasing in size? Yes, it is. Funky. There we have it. Now we're gonna delete it. And let's see if it disappears here. Bingo. Perfect. Oh, yeah, it did reset the size properly, looks like. Maybe we do want to hide this icon. Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. Where can we find this? Support tab. We have no scripts here. We have some scripts here. We have the abilities tab somewhere. Abilities. These. Actually, I'm gonna leave this in because that's gonna require a bunch of extra checks. Do we need the glare shield? I don't know. Let's try it out. I got distracted, so I forgot what I was doing. Boom, 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 boom. That is what I was doing. Lightning should come out of it in a few seconds. Yep, that timing. It's unreal. We're gonna fire it. Yep, it's now being fired. This looks fine. What happens if I zoom out too far? Okay, what's this distance? We're gonna look at the camera, main. 400, 400, 350. So let's say it's 300 units distance. Right now, that sun is quite bright. Let's see what happens if I turn on the glare shield. Eye glare shield, turn on. It doesn't really do much. What if I add another and another? Actually, that works worse. We don't need a glare shield if we look at it like this. Goodbye, surveyor. Cool. Okay, glare shield, we don't need that. Siren, we're gonna look for that now. I'm gonna go to freesound.org and we're going to look for air raid siren. I'm wearing the wrong headset so I can't hear anything. Way too long? Way too terrible? Yeah, this one sounds best. So I'm gonna download this and I'm going to put it into Audacity. Okay. Open this. Bloop, 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 bloop. I can't hear anything. Ah. This one. Take this. Delete this. Fade in here. Fade this out and we're gonna check if we can make it sound a little bit more space-like, and we might just do that by adding more bass, so, or lowering the pitch, of course. already pretty good. Let's maybe do it again. Hello, Diggs. But what we also want to do is maybe increase that speed by +20. Maybe do that again. Okay, maybe lower the pitch and lower the pitch again. Hello, man. Maybe I just need to delete this middle section. Maybe I need to crossfade this actually. How can I zoom this in? I'm currently working on an air raid siren for Stellar Warfare because I'm working on a super weapon there. Basically this. Thanks, man. Okay, so it tapers down here. Or from here. Or from here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is cut this, add a new stereo track, paste it here. And we're gonna fade this out. Actually delete this and fade this out. This section. Stop playing. Effect. Fade out. And we're gonna fade this in. And that's called a crossfade. Perfect. Does it have the space deepness? No, I want it deeper. So, effect, change pitch, lower it, play. No, you guys are not supposed to hear it currently. I could turn it on, but... I would have to turn it off after the stream again. Actually, I have no idea what it is, and I'm almost done with that part anyway, so never mind. Save project. Okay. I'm gonna move this here. Air raid super weapon siren. And I'm gonna export this file as MP3. And then I'm gonna make a deeper sample. Do we have base? Add some base. Add 10 base. What if we move this? Okay, let's delete this. Let's fade this out. Right, so I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna make this fade out faster as well. Perfect, yep. Superweapons, siren, fast. Okay. Save this. What else I'm gonna do? Nothing. We're done. Now we need this sound to play when it's done building. We have a check somewhere. Disable check. Yep, okay, so here we can actually play the sound. Public audio clip sound to play when super weapon building is completed. Yeah. Then we need to add that actual clip to the project. Sort by date. We have these two. We have audio files here somewhere. I wanted to really work on the movement as well today, but it looks like I'm pretty low on time. Super audio. Gunshot. Canon. Yeah. There we go. Plop that in there. And now we are going to open the super weapon. This one. And we're gonna put this audio clip in there. Audio listener maybe? Audio source. No, audio source. And here we're going to put in the super. Actually it can start playing the moment it's already built, so this one, play on awake, can remain on. And then we don't actually need this. Yeah, we don't actually need this. The sound should now play the moment we start building. Go back. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, play. unlock this, place this. The sound plays, nice. The only issue is that it already starts playing the moment you get the preview building. So we need to find a fix for that. So actually we do need to place it here. So we're gonna put this again, then we're gonna put this in here. I'm gonna type play. No. We need an audio source. Public audio source. Sound to play upon completion. Upon super weapon building completion. Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna remove play on awake. We're gonna drag this into here. Okay, so it is the audio source. Alright. I'm gonna copy this, paste this here, type .play, and there we go. This should now work as intended. Maybe I can let you guys listen. Here are the audio sources. Let's see if I play music. Nope. I need to add more? How? Device. This is output. Or input. Oh, this is input. Damn it. Can I delete this? Yep. Output. Stop. Device. Right now that's this. Okay. Pausing music. This should now work. Click, 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 click.
Cancelled.
This.
Building.
I'm not hearing anything right now. Crap. I am hearing it when I have this copy open.
Cancelled.
That's bad. It should start playing in a few seconds.
Construction complete.
That lets all the players know that there's now a super weapon in play. Let's do some friendly fire. Is friendly fire allowed? I don't know. No, it's not. Enemy fire is though. Okay, so for some reason... Yeah, a little bit. So I'm gonna leave this on for now. Okay, I need to pause this without placing the building. Did I succeed? Okay. If it doesn't contain copy and the skill is bigger than that. What other checks can we use for this? Do we have this check? We do not. Yeah. So what happens now is it just plays every time you start placing it. I think that's fine. I think that's fine for now. Do we have this play on awake? Do a skill check. In what other way can we check this? Maybe, and the name should contain clone. No, that extra check doesn't do anything. Unit properties is not active. Get component unit properties dot enable. Find all. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, okay, so this disables the unit properties. And I think we also need to disable the register sun launcher thing. If it even exists. So we're gonna check first. If building to place has that particular script, then disable it while placing. Let's see if this works. If not, I'm gonna revert it and it should all be fine anyway. We don't necessarily need to do this, but I want to. It's just a tad bit nicer to do it.
Can't build here. Cancelled.
Nice, it's not playing anything right now. I'm gonna pause it. And here, yeah, okay, we have to register that's off. Perfect. I'm gonna place it.
Building.
Nothing's playing, that's also good. But on one of them, the script is active. In 10 seconds, we'll know if it works as intended.
Construction complete.
It does. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Then we're done for today. Completed super weapon implementation. It's ready for testing and testing it on multiplayer. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream for now as well, because all I have left now is doing some updates in the Discord. So yeah, if you want to support the project, please go to patreon.com/tensegames, or just wishlist the game on Steam or buy it, whatever you want. And yeah, see you.